Let's cut off this stuff to Ukraine. Let's get this thing over with and bring it to the best, most reasonable end we can. Because if we don't, Jason, all of these things together are going to keep depleting our force. And then one day when we need it, we won't have that capacity.
Therein lies the problem. We see this a lot where our leadership is very temperamental and very emotional. How we're reacting at a military tactical level without thinking about the grand strategy. What is the overall objective? How do we supply into the future the next generation of naval vessels? How do we supply the munitions that are going to be needed in a real land war? What Ukraine and Russia showed us, which I think anybody that went to basic officer training, in a real land war, you fire a lot of munitions. And these guys went through our munition stock like kids go through candy on Halloween. It was extremely fast. So the American people, once again, are left wondering, what is the grand strategy? The White House hasn't said exactly what they're doing, except that we hope that everybody recognizes the old borders of Ukraine, and maybe when they get into NATO, they speak in such vague terms that it leaves the body politic wondering, we don't quite understand this. We know that somehow it's relevant to democracy. You've said that. We don't understand how. And you're spending our money. We don't understand why. And our borders are wide open. And our people are suffering for healthcare. We have crises in the middle of our cities. We have impoverished areas. We have an education problem. We have all kinds of gaps on the home front that we ought to be concentrating on. And a lot of Americans are wondering, when do we become important?
We want Ukraine to win this war, as the president has said. We want a whole, prosperous, sovereign Ukraine.
They speak in such vague terms that it leaves the body politic wondering, we don't quite understand this.
We want Ukraine's borders, internationally established borders, to be fully recognized by everybody, and that includes Mr. Putin. And we want to be able to continue to give Ukraine the support that it needs so that it can achieve those outcomes.
When do we become important?